Hello and welcome back. This is Joanna the Medium. Thank you so much for watching my channel. These are going to be readings for each zodiac sign for the month of February 2017. Moon sign, sun sign, and rising sign. If you would like a continuation of these readings as in a 6-month projection from January through to June, I have included a link down below for my video on demand page where you will find each individual sign with projections from January through to June. If you have any questions regarding how to purchase, or if you have any concerns regarding the purchasing process, please contact Vimeo directly. I do have that information down below for you as well. As the moment I include them for purchase, I have no connection or no visibility to the purchasing process on my end or for you guys. January or February seems to be a month of a lot of changes. These are positive changes for the most part. Some information regarding relationships, some information regarding jobs, health, so all around general readings. And of course, if you wish to have a private session to see how this connects with you individually, I have provided that information down below for you, so feel free to contact me and I will be honored to set up a session for you and go from there. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. I look forward to seeing you again in March, and without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back. This is going to be a reading, general reading for the sign of Capricorn. I have my new cards, 3 cards face down. We'll start off with a regular message or channeled message first, and let's see what we have for the month of February. Love is in the air. However, much work has to be done. This work that's being shown to me, it's interesting because I'm seeing somebody nailing something down and I'm saying to my guide, what are you showing me? And the image and the feeling I get is about making a structure or making a stronger foundation. Now, the stronger foundation is predominantly to do with you, not necessarily with the other person in a relationship. Yes, if you are in a relationship, it is about making a stronger foundation within a relationship, but it has to start, or the work has to be done on your part, as well as on the other part, but on your part. For some of you, this is a month where, in order for you to have a stronger foundation within you, when it comes to a love relationship, you will either need to, have to, or you will decide to leave an unhealthy situation. Now, February is a love month for many people. It is the Valentine's month, but for some of you, there seems to be some uncomfortability regarding a relationship. I am getting a headache, and what I hear is that your relationship is causing you substantial brain damage. Now, not brain damage as in actual brain damage, but it's causing you brain damage in quotation marks. It's causing you a headache. It's causing you to feel down on yourself. It's causing you to feel low about yourself. It is not allowing you to flourish. In order for you to appreciate yourself more, and within a relationship, within a love relationship, some of you will decide or contemplate that you need to part ways, okay? For those of you who are going to decide that, or you're in the process of deciding it, the month of February and March seems to be quite significant. Something seems to come to head, as in something comes to light for you, and it is going to be either the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back, or you will find out some information about your partner or the significant other in a relationship that will either, make you feel like you have been deceived, or it will allow you to see the truth. Whatever this situation is though I feel it may not be overly pleasant, it is something that will solidify your decision-making process. For some of you, and I have a heavy heart with this, for some of you, you have been contemplating, but you're not sure, you're undecided, you're second guessing yourself, and what I'm being shown, something will be revealed to you, and we'll see what the card says. The cards say, where your decision will be like, okay, that's it. Now, some of you are going in your head and you're going to say, there's cheating. I don't see that, but he's telling me some of you will feel that's what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. I feel it is much more subtle than that. Okay? Subtle, but at the same time, just as profound. So I don't feel like a rug is being pulled from underneath you, but I do feel that something is going to come to light where what you've always suspected is going to be solidified for you. I see the number 5 with this. 5 is the number of change. Maybe some of you are connected to May, or 5 is somehow your number. But 5 is the number of change, and I see that change is on the way. Now, the change is for the better. It has a significance in February, but March. So for whatever reason, in February, they're bringing this up for you. Do not be afraid of these changes. And for some of you, this is about being in a relationship, common law relationship, because I heard the word common law. So for some of you, you are in a common law relationship. For some of you, you are in a marriage perhaps, but I'm being geared more towards common law. Now, for those of you who are, no, he's asking me to go back. For some of you, I actually see taking off a ring and you're taking it off your finger. So this to me signifies either breakup, actual thought of divorce, or leaving a committed relationship. It doesn't have to be because you're married. This signifies, this is a sign for me that this sign is a commitment, is a sign of commitment. The commitment is no longer. Okay, so some of you are thinking, at least thinking in the month of February, you're seriously thinking about parting ways. Okay, now I'm sorry to say this in a month where it's all about love. However, I hear it is for the best and it is for the better for you. Now, remember what I said at the beginning. This is about you, and this is about you solidifying your structure, putting more nails to make the structure more solid, the foundation more solid, in order for you to experience a much greater love, or much greater relationship that will give you much more satisfaction. In order for that to happen, there are some things that you have to deal with within you in order to help you get to that destination, if you will. Okay? So that's about those who are partnered up. I want to see if there is anything. See, I have a headache. So wherever you are, it's giving me a headache. It is, your relationship is giving me a headache. For some of you, this could be a friendship, and this could be a girlfriend or boyfriend, or, you know, a friend, and you feel that they have disrespected you in some way, or there is a feeling of, I have a bad taste in my mouth. So a relationship that has either left a bad taste in your mouth or will leave a bad taste in your mouth. However, when I connect to these energies, I feel that they're long-standing. This is not something new. February is about you coming to terms with it, and you coming to with more clarity, as in the next step. I feel you've been thinking about it for a while, and it has been on your mind for quite some time. For some of you, I actually see ripping something off the wall and you're saying, I'm done with this. So maybe it's a picture, maybe whatever it is I saw being ripped off from the wall. It could be a curtain or a sheer or something, and you pull it and you say, I'm done. Okay, so there seems to be an ending to a relationship. And I don't see this as connected to jobs. I see this either intimate relationships, friendships, or sometimes with family. But I'm gearing more towards relationship of common law or marriage or girlfriend and boyfriend, and also friendships. For some of you, I see very clearly a female friend, and I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, makes no difference, but I see a female friend and she's turned away from me, signifying that her energies are being directed somewhere else, no longer to me. And I feel betrayed for some, and betray is a bit of a big word, but I feel a bit betrayed. I feel a bit disappointed. I feel let down. That's the word I want to say. So if you have a friend who has long, dark hair, straight, in this particular case, it's being shown to me. Obviously, it's going to apply to many other people. And I see the name J-O, so it could be Joe. Maybe you have a friend, guy friend Joe, or Joanne, Joey, Joanna, Joseph, Josephine. J-O comes to me as the first part of the name, or maybe it is Joe, okay? There seems to be this letdown. I feel very let down. I feel disappointed. Now, I'm going to look at the cards. So the first card represents energies that are leaving behind, that you are leaving behind, but energies that have contributed to where you are today. So remember, the cards may connect to this message, or they may be very separate. And the card I have is the third eye chakra. So this is the energy center here. This is our psychic eye. This is how we perceive information through seeing in our mind. It is very much a psychic center. And when I connect with this card, I hear the words, I should have known. It's almost as if I had a feeling something was not right for quite some time. This is to do with a relationship. And the words are, I should have known better. And there's a sadness with this, because whatever it is, whatever I should have known better, I had high hopes that it would change. Maybe I thought, me being you, things would change. But there's an element of second guessing myself. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Maybe I'm just making too big deal of things. Maybe what I saw wasn't really what I saw and my mind is just making stuff up. I should have known. And I feel it has to do with the betrayal. It's being deceived, being let down, being disappointed. Now, betrayal can take many forms. It doesn't mean that somebody goes and cheats on you. That's a very typical form of betrayal. But betrayal can just simply mean that, you trusted somebody and they betrayed your trust in saying something they shouldn't have said. So it could be various forms, but there's definitely a feeling of letdown. So that's the energies you're leaving behind. Where you are right now is represented by the card, Take the Lead. Card number 3. This is the suit of wands. This is your fire. This is your creativity. And in this particular card, when I connect with this card, the feeling here is of not so much being a control freak, but taking control. Now it does say take the lead, but this hand reaching out for this light. Let me just look at this. I hear the words reach higher. And 3 is number of collaborations. It is number of people coming together. It is friendships. It is celebrations. And I feel, because it is representing energies now, I feel I feel a certain stuckness, but I also feel you need to take charge in order to start creating your own reality. And it's very much connected to the relationship, whatever that relationship is. That relationship feels very stale. And I feel like I'm being pulled away from it, and I feel like I'm really reaching for this fire, and I'm taking it in my hands, and I want a piece of it. I want to take charge. I want to be a part of creating something with it. So you might be in a process of starting a new project or having new ideas about going forward from something or going forward with something as a result of leaving something. Maybe you're starting new, or you are thinking of starting new because of someone disappointed you and you want to move on. So that's the energies right now. The next card is the advice card, and the card is called moving on. This is emotional. This is emotion. 8 is number of power. Moving on, well, that's pretty self-explanatory, but the card is shown to me in reverse. So in reverse, this card often depicts the fact that one is not ready to move on. However, this is an advice card. So I'm going to tune in. I'm going to ask what the advice is. I hear the words, "You're not alone." And I hear that there is some decisions for you to make, and it is regarding moving forward or moving on from something. Now, this is emotional card. This is cups. This is 8 of cups. This is moving on from something that emotionally no longer serves you. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be any sort of circumstance. Job also entails relationships, but it could be your relationship to a job or to a career. And though there is definitely a feeling of I must do something about it, there is a bit of hesitation, and the message is you're not alone. Don't be afraid, you're not alone. Now, I want to get a little bit more with this card here. Because these cards are new, I'm getting used to get the energy off of them. So sometimes it'll take me a little while. Just bear with me. Again, I hear the words, don't be afraid of changes. Some of you will feel defeated because of what has happened or what is going on. And because of it, you may feel you've lost hope, or you may start questioning, what is this all about? Okay? And not that you're not moving on, but it may cause you to get to a place where you emotionally feel not great. Okay? It could signify having a bit of depression. It could signify having dark clouds. It could signify you questioning things, you questioning everything, and it's almost like, what is all this for? What I'm being told is that when we get to that place, it almost always what follows is a moment of eureka. That's the word I got, which is a very interesting word. And when we get to that dark place, it often takes place at a time where we need to get to that dark place in order to reset, and in order for something to be triggered within us to help us move on to a much brighter path and much brighter future. And if you do feel like this in the month of February, just know you're not alone, and know that you're going to be okay. I do feel that you will feel not great, but during those times, lean on friends who will have your back and who are willing to listen. Okay? Now, what I feel is all of a sudden I have this thing in my throat, and For some of you, you may feel like you just want to lock yourself at home and not do anything. So it does signify a bit of feeling blue. And that's okay. Allow yourself this time to go through this emotional time. It just, sometimes you just have to go through the emotions. That's all you have to do. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to change it. You just go through these emotions. And if what I see is happening, if somebody has disappointed you, if you feel deflated, I could see how this would be a significant part of how you're feeling in the month of February, particularly towards the end, towards the beginning of March. So February, March. And I just want to see if there is, okay, so I see the word power. This is all about you finding, number one, finding your own power, getting to the point where you realize you have more power, or simply exercising your own power. This is about power for you. So whatever is happening with this relationship, it's about you owning who you are, you being okay with who you are, and you saying, no, thank you, that doesn't work for me. Having enough strength to say, this doesn't agree with me, I'm moving forward. This is the reset. This is what this is about for you. Okay? I hope this made sense. Of course, this is a general reading. It will not apply to everybody. So look at the other signs, your moon and rising. If you would like a private session, of course, you can connect with me and see how this fits with you or doesn't in a personal reading. And I look forward to seeing you in March. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking, and subscribing. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Have a great month. Chin up, and I look forward to seeing you in March. Bye.